Who's the complainant, sir?
Complaint served unrepresented.
50? ಯಾರು ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನೇನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ.
Manoj NC is complainant.
Manoj is the complainant.
Complainant.
For R2, Manoj for R2 ಅಂತಿದೆ.
Maybe a mistake.
Registry no ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ. Manoj for R2. Yes.
Purely civil in nature.
Sir, ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. 20?
Purely civil in nature.
Yeah, and what is civil, sir?
Complainant had complainant's mother had executed a sale deed in favor of the petitioner, my lords. Thereafter, my lords, the complainant himself executed a confirmation deed.
Complainant's mother
had executed a sale deed in favor of the petitioner on 21/1/2014, my lords. This is at Annexure D in page 30. Thereafter, my lords, in the year 2017, the complainant herein executed a confirmation deed in favor of the petitioner.
26/11 date ಏನು?
Of sale deed, my lords.
Confirmation deed.
Confirmation date 10/11/2017. At Annexure E in page 44. Thereafter, my lords, he files an OS on 16/4/2021.
For what?
Partition and declaration against his mother and all others.
The present complainant. After execution of the confirmation deed. Yes. What happened to the OS?
OS is pending, my lords. The interim order was not granted, my lords. The interim order was refused, relying upon the relying upon the confirmation deed.
Yes. What is the date of refusal of the interim order?
Let's
anyway.
31/5/2021. OS number 2.
You are the purchaser.
Initial purchaser.
That from the hands of the mother.
Mother and the complainant.
14.
In the 2017, I have sold it to a third person.
When did you sell it?
That's 2017 itself. Sold it on 22/11/2017.
To another third party?
Yes, my lords.
Yes, comment.
Even Anjanamma is not mother of the complainant, my lord.
Anjanamma is a petitioner.
Petitioner. The complainant's mother sold it.
Complainant's mother is different. Anjanamma is the first purchaser.
Yes, my lord.
She is not the mother.
She is the petitioner before this court.
That is what.
She has created documents and sold the property.
That's the version of the complainant.
Yes, my lord.
Civil suit ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ. Yes. Anything else?
That is the. She is the head.
Charge sheet ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ?
Yes.
Charge sheet ಆಗಿದೆ.
Complaint. Investigations.
Investigation. Charge sheet is not filed.
60 years old.
Huh?
Petitioner 60 years old.
That's okay. Then bail ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು. The petitioner accused, sole accused, accused number 1. Who is accused number 2?
Accused number 2 is another person who.
The petitioner accused number 1 is knocking at the doors of this court, calling in question the proceedings in the registration of the crime in crime number 203 of 2022, registered for offences punishable under so and so. Prayer lide, madam. Heard so and so. Heard ಈಗಲೇ ಬೇಡ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. The petitioner is the purchaser of a property from the hands of the mother of the complainant on 21/1/2014. During the subsistence of the property with the hands of the present petitioner, the very complainant executes a confirmation deed confirming the sale that took place on 21/1/2014 between the present petitioner and his mother. His mother. After the confirmation deed, On 10/11/2017, the petitioner sells the property on 22/11/2017 to accused number 2, na? To accused number 2. On 16/4/2021, the complainant registers a civil suit seeking partition and declaration of the property, including the subject property, which was sold long ago in OS number
OS number 25599 of 21.
5599 of 21.
My lord, accused number 1 and 2 joining together, they sold the property to one Raghavendra.
Accused number 3.
Accused, on 22/11/2021, the accused number 1 and 2 sell the property to accused number 3. ಅಂತ ಬರದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇದು OS ಬರ್ಲಿ. Later, the complainant registers OS in OS 25599 of 2021, seeking partition and declaration. No interim, no injunction or of any kind is granted by the concerned court. Later comes the impugned complaint on 14/12/2022. The contents of the complaint is that the petitioner accused number 1 and accused number 2 have created the document in 2014, i.e. the sale deed, and have got their name executed on the strength of all fabricated documents. On the basis of the said complaint so registered by the complainant, a crime comes to be registered in crime number 203 of 2022 for the aforesaid offences. The registration of the crime has driven the petitioner accused number 1 to the court in the subject petition. Heard so and so. The learned counsel appearing for the petitioner would vehemently contend that the matter, which is purely civil in nature, is rendered a color of crime by projecting fabrication of documents or cheating. He would submit that permitting further proceedings would become an abuse of the process of the law. The complainant, though served on 11/7/2023, has remained unrepresented even today. Therefore, the petitioner and the learned HCGP are heard. The learned HCGP would contend that the matter is at the stage of investigation, and therefore it should not be interfered at this juncture. It is for the petitioner to come out clean, as the complaint narrates that both accused number 1 and 2 have colluded and have sold the property to accused number 3 on 22/11/2017, but would admit that the entire issue is before the civil court in OS 25599 of 2021. I have given my source. The afore narrated facts are not in dispute. The dates that are narrated herein above would require reiteration for resolution of the list. The sale deed, that is the mother of the complainant, one Shobha Naidu, one Shobha, and the complainant, who at that point in time was 15 years, execute a sale deed. The complainant was represented by the mother on 21/1/2014 in favor of the accused number 1 and 2, that is the present petitioner. The sale deed is appended to the petition. After the execution of the sale deed, when the complainant attains the age of 18 years, he executes a deed of confirmation of the sale deed aforesaid. The deed is executed on 10/11/2017. After the execution of the deed of confirmation by the very complainant, accused number 1 and 2 sell the property in favor of accused number 3 on 22/11/2017. Next paragraph. 4 years pass by. After about 4 years, the complainant seeking partition, separate possession and declaration registers OS 25599 of 2021 and seeks injunction which is refused on 30th May 2021.
31.
Huh?
31st.
31st May 2021. Then springs the impugned complaint on 14/12/2022. Since the issue has now sprung from the complaint, I deem it appropriate to notice the complaint. Page 19 and 20. It is the case of the complainant that he has executed a confirmation deed, and there was a sale deed executed by his mother when he was at the age, he was 15 years old, but alleges that there is fabrication of documents which went into the sale deed, and therefore, which went into the sale deed. If the complaint is permitted to be investigated into by the police as is sought for by the learned HCGP, it would on the face of it be permitting the police to investigate a purely dispute which is purely civil in nature, by accepting that accepting the color of crime that is rendered by the petitioner. As if the facts narrated herein above and the jugglery of dates are noticed, it cannot but be held that the issue is purely civil in nature and is rendered a color of crime. Plethora of judgments of the apex court are rendered on the issue of exercise of jurisdiction under section 482 of the CRPC by this court in the event it finds that the issue was purely civil in nature. Quoting all of them would only increase the bulk of the judgment as it is bulk of the subject judgment, as it is by now a settled principle of law that where cases which are purely civil in nature are rendered a color of crime, such proceedings should be nipped at the bud, and this is the jurisdiction that this court would exercise in the case at hand, finding the case being purely civil in nature and being rendered a color of crime. It would become apposite to refer to the judgment of the apex court in the case of Nagendra Yadav versus State of Uttar Pradesh, reported in 2023 2 SCC page 95, paragraph 15 to 13 court madam. So the apex court, following the earlier orders, would hold that the issue which is purely civil in nature should not be permitted to be continued and exercise of jurisdiction under 482 of the CRPC should be made to prevent miscarriage of justice. For the aforesaid reasons, the following order allowed quashed. The findings rendered in the case at hand is only for the purpose of consideration of the case of the petitioner under section 482 of the CRPC. It would not bind, influence any pending civil proceedings or the subject criminal proceedings against any other accused.
Grateful.